I saw an interaction you had, I think, with Karan Johar, where one of the questions was centered around sex and sexual activity. Are you tired of being asked these questions?
Ask me.
What was this whole sexual angle, where, and I'll tell you why I'm asking you this. Even when we were growing up in Mumbai or Delhi or wherever, urban India, if we ever brought up Osho, you'd have some relative commentary. Many people used to just have sex in those ashrams. What is the truth about this whole sexual activity situation that happened back then? And I don't trust Wild Country in this case because I feel edits can create wrong narratives.
Let me tell you, sex happens every day in every family. Not only that, much abuse also happens in many families across the world. Why people only talk about Bhagwan's ashram or Bhagwan's community to enjoy sex? Now I tell you teaching of Bhagwan about sex. Sex and sexuality is the basic energy every individual has. If you want to tap into your creativity, you have to understand your sex and sexuality. We are so obsessed and preoccupied with sexuality, its perversion, and how to get to the goal of sexuality, that we don't even think about it and we violate other person's right of individuality. This preoccupation towards sex kills the creativity in you. You have to understand your own sexuality. You have to understand your basic value put together with sexuality. Until then, you will not be free in your mind. And what we are taught is to oppress it instead of live through it. And Bhagwan simply says, respect the other, through choice, engage in sexuality. Both partner should be consensuous. And then engage yourself in sexuality. What do people do? They want to have sex. Suddenly they fall in love with them. Where does the love come from? Because then they have a license to have sex. Or the parents take the youth and say, we get you married and you are tied down like a cow on a stake. And everything will be okay. No, nothing will be okay. Because now your perversion will be even more. Your obsession, your fantasies will be more. And then you engage yourself in acts they are shameful for mankind.
You said something about exploring sexuality. You need to explore your own sexuality, understand it. What does that mean?
Understand it is understand the limits of your sexuality. For example, you are attracted to a woman. Attraction immediately is shown on your genitals. Then how do you respond to that? It is how your response to it is how is your approach to yourself and the person you are attracted to.
Is it because it's a primal activity and the way your mind reacts to it says something about your mind?
It is your mind and your body both, because your mind takes over your genitals and desire. This is why in 90s, many psychiatrists told people who were impetus or who were sexually not motivated to watch the pornography. And then they will be aroused. But that's not what you need. That is playing on your problems. You become impetus because you are unsure of your own sexuality. People need to talk about their sexuality openly.
To have a better understanding of their minds and bodies is reactions. And everyone's minds and bodies reactions will be different. So I'm assuming you get to know a little bit about your own individual reaction, where you stand. It's
Absolutely.
Like
that's what I'm talking about. And Bhagawan was one of the first men on the earth who spoke about sexuality and then presented it in the terms that people like to hear with superconsciousness. His book, From Sex to Superconsciousness, is a wonderful book.
What happens after you figured it? Like what's the next step?
Next step is respect, self-respect, and respect of the others. After that is no judgment about male, female, transgender, homosexuality. These are all human aspects, and they all should be viewed at a same eye level.
But isn't sex just like one other human thing? Like, is it really that much at the center of your mind?
Modern man suffers in it.
Okay.
And not only that, modern men suffer so badly that they come down to ugliness of rape. Even married men behave badly in the bed with their own wives.
God.
And where does your violence come out?
So violence is a form of morphed, wrongly understood sexual energy.
Exactly.
Okay. And violence doesn't just have to be physical. It could be emotional violence, verbal violence, etc.
Violence is violence when you stop respecting the rights of the others.
My understanding of Osho is that he was against the idea of giving birth to children. Is that correct?
No.
Okay, that's what's reported online again.
Don't listen to it. That's why I don't listen to online things much.
Other than the Ranveer show from now on.
Only.
But go on.
That is not correct. What Bhagawan says, if you are going to have a career, then if you are burdened by the work you have as a woman, as a household woman, and you want to have a career, then what is the point of having children? Because you can't pay attention to children that they require, and you will be always burdened by at work worrying about your children. I find it logical.
Thank you for watching this clip. If you want to learn more about this topic, we've curated a playlist just for you, and here's a link to the whole episode.